Hello, everybody again.
Welcome back.
Welcome to everybody. For new people, I am Ti Kid. We continue to invest in the NFT space. We always say if you see people in the type in the chat, we call them NFT addicts. Yes, we all are NFT addicts. And so again, we are very excited that you guys are here with us this evening. We just keep finding stuff every single doggone day. It's just like it's exciting. We're like, what's new? What's going to happen right now? So, but again, that's me. I'm Ti Kid. Again, we've been doing this particular NFT space for a little over a year, and we will continue to keep doing this NFT space because it is just so. There's so much information. Again, there's so many new projects coming out, and we're always trying to be supportive of people who are coming out that are new. But at the same time, we do definitely also invest in some of the projects that have been here for some time because they're how we continue to eat. And so, but again, I am Tiala Kid, and then this is my sister. I'll let her go ahead and say a little about herself if she likes.
Yes, I'm Jessica Richardson. As you know, for those that are new, we've been doing this about a year and a half. We continue to look into the space, be part of the community, invest in projects, just do a lot of the research behind the scenes, knowing what's currently going to be coming up is really important. And so we just come on the days that we do come on to educate you guys, make sure we can hopefully be some knowledge in the space that you're able to find out a lot about a lot of the NFTs that are happening currently in the industry. And so it's been over a year now that we've been doing it, and longer in the crypto space, much longer in the crypto space. So we're excited to be here.
Yeah. Like I said, every time we come on, it's like you guys don't understand. Even I'm not even feeling the greatest today. I'm just gonna be straight honest, but it's still one of those things. Like when I hear our intro come on, I'm like, okay, we're talking about NFTs. I got a little bit of energy. I can give everybody some more energy before I go lay it down. But at the same time, again, we're excited again with what's happening, and we're excited to share with you what we know and how the space is still continuing to evolve. So let me go ahead and let's get started tonight. We're going to be talking about. Let me share this screen real quick. Turn this one on over here. We're going to be talking about art. I think a lot of you guys are still are understanding. There's more of you that are understanding that there's a lot of money to be made within the art space. But you do have to do some research. Not everybody that's dropping art is going to be like, hey, they're great, they're successful. You're not. It's not going to happen. You're going to find that some of the stuff you get, you're going to be holding on like you do on the regular NFT stuff. So, but again, I think a lot of the NFT stuff that we got in even early on just has started to like pick up like crazy. You're almost like, we bought that win, and how much is it worth?
Definitely, because like you even say, some of the art is definitely not going to be going up and looking to flip, and some of that may be also because you're just maybe invested in the artist and you like the piece, it speaks to you. So you do have to decide if you're coming in to flip the art, or if you're, a lot of good artists are actually on the platform, so supporting them and buying that artist also a good thing. So just know how to what artists to search for is really important. So.
I think it's important. And again, I think even as far as how you're talking about some of the artists, when you get a certain group of artists that you normally are like, hey, when their drops happen, I always buy. Like a ferocious drop, and I'm buying. There is no ifs, ands, or buts about it. It's like, okay, you have open edition for ferocious, I'm buying. And some of those, particular art pieces have become they've become very valuable. And so again, we're going to try to share with you guys one of the things. Again, as far as we're on some. This is another site as far as if you're new. This is a site where you can come on and you can use your debit card. You can also use crypto if you'd like to buy some of the particular art pieces. And they're Nifty Gateway has continued to they're evolving themselves. I think they're adding different things to their site. It used to be that they would only allow art that they had drops on. Now you can see that they're not going to start having NFTs on their sites, and so it's an avenue for a lot of new people to get started. And I think what had happened was they saw that there's a lot of money that they was missing
They're
because they
missing
didn't
out
have
on billions of dollars.
yeah, billions of dollars. They saw what OpenSea was doing over there, making them billions of dollars and making all that crazy money. How many hundreds of millions of dollars they're making per month? And like, well, wait a minute, this is not. We're not going to just do art over here anymore. So again, all these platforms that are starting, you'll see that they see that they're stuffing stuff that's happening. They see that there's a lot of money coming to this particular space, and so everybody's trying to stay ahead of the curve. So again, this particular site is on Nifty Gateway. We're going to kind of cover a little bit about this on the home screen here. You'll see that they on the every week they come out with a new drop schedule. Every week you're going to have different artists most of the time that are going to be coming out. And again, how you're going to find that is you're going to come up to this drop tab, and it'll show you exactly who's coming out. And Jessica, wasn't it something about their Twitter for here? Oh yeah, I know it was. My brain was almost it's back. As far as on their Twitter, sometimes it's a little delayed. Unless they've made this a little bit faster, sometimes it's delayed coming out. But if you also follow Nifty Gateway on their Twitter, they'll also put out which artists are going to be coming out. Okay, so it's going to be very important. But keep that on your calendar, especially if you get a couple people that you start liking or you start buying some of their art and you've done very good on making money for them. When you come check the calendar weekly, go on here and put them on your calendar. Put a reminder in your phone. Because if in NFT space, if you don't put a reminder, you're not going to remember.
Because like you said, every usually Sunday, I believe they drop the schedule, so it's not like it comes out weeks in advance or anything. It's like it usually comes out on their Twitter page by Sunday night or even sometimes Monday morning, unless they've changed that notice on that.
Okay, good stuff. Yeah, somebody said NFT Whistle had an open edition for $300. Is that $333 that required no Nifty requirements?
Yes.
So when you do create an account, thank you for sharing that. When you do come on here, there's some times on here, even as far, especially for the new people. I'm not going to assume that everybody's been here before. So new people, sometimes you'll come on here and you'll find that they're offering some it's what do they call a drawing. They have a drawing. Sometimes the drawing is $1. Sometimes the drawing can be $100. Sometimes the drawing can be $1,000. But the gist about being able to buy some of the ones that are having a drawing would be that if you do get those, sometimes those are going to be limited editions. They may only be giving, let's say if it's 20 editions that they're going to be giving out. But understand there's going to be thousands of people who are probably going to be trying to enter the drawing. But if you are one of the ones who can be beneficial and you win one of those drawings, your money has like really went from if it was $1 or if it was from $1,000. I know people who've done some drawings and who have valuable stuff that's $50,000 to $100,000. So I'm not putting anybody's name because I don't need nobody talking about nobody. but there are definitely people who are out there that have done that as far as participating in some of the drawings they have. So this was a drawing here, but I think you had to own a piece on this one. Oh no, is this the one he did?
So yes, so to actually say and add to that, there are requirements to a lot of the drawings. Sometimes you had to own a previous piece to be able to enter the drawing. You also have to make sure your account is validated with your email. And also, when we're also talking about Nifty Gateway, when you are signed up, make sure to sign up with your two-step. Ask two-step authentication to your phone and devices always with your assets. They are very valuable. A lot of them will go up, 1, 10 different X's. I can even go higher than that. So make sure you are signing up for your two-step, and make sure when you do see the drawings, don't think sometimes you can just enter them. Sometimes you do have to have a requirement of a previous piece owned to enter it.
A previous piece owned from that particular artist.
That's right.
So that's sometimes you have to own that artist because they're trying to reward people who've bought their stuff before. If you many times in the drawings, you will have to own that particular piece of art from another piece of art from that particular artist, and then you can. That's the benefit of investing in them early. If you can find some pieces that they have that are down in price, you can invest in those, and then you can. So this one again was $1 to enter. That happened. I believe this one was earlier today. Okay, so I'm trying to see if they have anything. Okay, so these sold out. So let's see. These were a $1. Let's see what they are current viewing. So someone bought this for $1. Let's see what they are in the marketplace right now. Okay. Here we go. It's not for sale. Let's just see what else
It's
we can
probably it
find.
just happened. They might not even be listed. Like,
Oh, right here.
oh, there you go.
But I don't know if this was one of the one of the ones that someone won for. This was number 23. I don't know if this was. There's 5 editions, so someone is asking 32,000 for this
Okay.
one. This was a drawing today that someone won for $1, and they put it back up for sale for 32,000. Again, the reason why, if this artist, like I said, I have not done a ton of research on this particular artist, but if this artist is like a very good, well-known artist, there's going to be some people who really want one of one, or want a piece one of five. So this one is a piece number one of the edition of five. So this one is actually probably going to go a little higher. If you were buying it, if you had an option of buying piece number one or piece number three, again, I'm always going to probably try to take piece number one, especially if the price is very close as far as being able to have that number one art piece, because there are some people in this space who really, really, really want all the number one art pieces. Okay. So this artist is very well known. So again, someone paid $1 for this earlier at 3:30? Because I was 6:30 on the East Coast, 3:30 here on the West Coast, and doesn't mean that they're going to sell it. Doesn't mean anything, but it does mean that they got a very valuable piece for $1. Let's see if were there any secondary sales. So no secondary sales. Oh, there we go. Here we go. Listed for sale. Listed for sale. Listed for sale. Okay, so these were so there's no sales on here right now. Someone
It's
else
really
listed.
early.
Yeah, it just happened. It just really
And
happened.
we can probably also check out the open editions. Those may have some sales on them since there's more editions in those pieces specifically.
Did they have? Did he have one an open edition? I thought his were all drawings today. Um,
We did
this
three
is
different
crazy.
ones.
Open. Somebody. They say open for offers. I'm open for offers. That means they don't really want to sell. That you need to make them want to sell that particular piece of art. I don't see any of the ones. I think these were all pretty much some of them, pretty much auctions. I missed this one
Okay.
today, and I probably should have gotten into this one for $1. Obviously, I missed it. Okay, so here this might have been one. Okay, actually, here we go. So he had this one. The
Okay.
edition was 441. I don't know
And the
what they
piece
paid for
one.
this one. So the last sold. So this one again, it's one of the ones someone, and this is what we were telling the new people. Listen, when you come in and you buying the doggone art, you don't have to come to the bottom of the floor.
To
So
sell it. That's right.
and sell it. But again, somebody could have been trying to get a different art piece or something, and they're like, hey, you know what? Go in and get their money back, because maybe they bought more than one of these particular art pieces, or they didn't win, or they won the drawing. They might just come back and sell this particular art piece. But again, so you'll see that some of these, if you, this is the advantage too, as far as sometimes when you do miss the drops, you can come back in here and you can buy some of the pieces, because again, some people are just like, hey, let me just get in and get back out. You can make some very good money of getting some stuff, even if you miss the actual drop of just coming in and seeing if someone else has one for sale. Always remember also to come down here, sort by to the lowest price. I always try to do the lowest price. Okay. All right. So that's that particular artist, and that's again. So again, these are just that's going to be on the drop tabs where you'll be able to come in and see what's dropping for the week. All right. This marketplace. I mean, Jessica and I were looking at this earlier today. We're like, oh wow. Again, as we were talking about, they see that there's more money to be made over here, and so they're opening this bad boy up. They actually have NFTs. I know some of you guys bought some of these NFT boxes early on, back in was it January, February timeframe. Some of you guys might have bought it. You can actually put these up for sale over here now. Also, this one, I don't know if anybody got into this NFT project, but dog, the hopper. Yeah, Hopper wasn't. Hopper is hopping around. Hopper is the floor on Hopper is $10,000, and I think I can't remember if these were released on the 5th. Okay, so 10,000, almost $11,000 is a low on this particular one. So again, Nifty's starting to see some things as far as how this NFT space is going, and how they can also capitalize, making some money. Just I don't know if there's anything you want to add on this part.
Oh no, yeah, it's like this is the section we were talking about where they're now trying to compete with OpenSea, and so they're allowing other projects that are verified to also sell on this site, and because it also is a benefit to now you can use your your debit card actually on this site. So does OpenSea. That they offer that as well, but they're trying to compete with the marketplace. That if you aren't crypto savvy, you can also come over here and purchase those NFTs directly with your bank card.
Let me say this also thing. One other thing, as far as when you are looking to, if you are going to come over here to Nifty Gateway, and this is one of the downsides as far as, if you don't really know what you're doing as far as trying to come to Nifty Gateway to just buy, because really you should be trying to compare some of your pricing to, of what the prices are going for also on OpenSea, because I think this same piece right here, one of the NFTs, this same piece is going for about 40, it might be about the same price. So this one is not a good comparison, but sometimes what you can find is that sometimes you're able to, this is what I told people to do about the ferocious drip. And I'm going to show you that, was that at the time, ferocious drips were going for, actually, let's just show you real quick. Which one was that? If we don't try to go to it. Oh, that's Trevor. Oh my God. Oh, where did I go to ferocious at? Right here. Okay, at the time, this was a ferocious drip. At the time, these over here when we were looking at these were going for about $1,000 to $1,500. And so what had caught my eye on this particular thing was over here on Nifty Gateway, they were going for the $1,000 to $1,200. Yeah, that's what about the 1,000 to 12. Let's say $1,000 to $1,500, whatever the number's going to be. And I said, hey, go on. I think this is a great opportunity for you to go on and buy some of these. And also because this is by Ferocious, one of the artists that we definitely do follow. But on OpenSea, they were literally going, the sell price for OpenSea was over $2,200. So it was instantly like $1,000 flip that you could have done if you wanted to really sell this particular item at the time. You would be sick right now if you had sold because you bought this a couple of months ago for what, $1,000 to $1,500, and the floor price over here now is $59,000.
And they were even selling as low as $900 at a point.
Yep.
Because when they first came out, and we some people purchased them, like you purchased a drip. They have also a space drip, but this is ferocious drip specifically. But they did come out at mint price, and then the market, when things are down, people will start selling them for lower prices just because the market is down and not realize it's going to return up. So sometimes you'll find them as low as $900, $1,000. You're able to find some of these for, and now look at the last one just sold for $35,000.
Yep. So this is a month ago. These are prices that were a month ago. I hope I don't go across nobody's name that don't want to be seen right now. Okay, so about 2 months ago, $1,500. 2 months ago, 3 months ago, they were $1,200. I'll probably see my own doggone name on here, but this is where they were, the prices they were going for 2 months ago. Literally coming on here and buying one of these things 2 months ago.
$800 right there.
$800. Somebody bought it for $800. So again, it's really a matter of time as far as if you are holding some of these NFTs. It's a matter of time. I see some people's names I see some people's names, so we're gonna keep moving. There's my name. Okay, so we're gonna really keep moving. All right. So again, the ferocious drips. This was a prime example as far as coming over here buying something that that has potential to no one. I mean, honestly, did not think that these were going to be going for this kind of money. I thought maybe down the line, down the line, maybe you had something. But as fast as these things are going, this is again one of those scenarios as far as being able to come over to this particular site, buy some artwork early on, and then be able to sell those for some money. Oh, somebody said sold mine for like 4.5. Oh, some four
It
45.
was still a flip. It was still a flip. But they also know with these space strips that these give you 10 years. So it entitles you to the artist and what they're going to be doing over the next 10 years. So this space is very early too. So like you said, sometimes it's a flip and you make the money and that's what it is. It is what it is. It may not even been something you're looking to be a long-term holder in. But also knowing that it entitles you to into the project is really important as well. To know you have 10 years access of forging. The shoes that you get with this one, they did forge. So you did get shoes and you got backpacks. They gave you different stuff that was more valuable. You got other airdrops that were worth thousands of dollars on top of this drip. So there was a lot of money to be made when you did purchase this drip and also the items that you forged for this event. So it's really good to if you are into it, try to do a little bit more research behind some of them, because some of the projects you don't know really what it is, because the NFTs are so early and you may not know the importance of what they're actually trying to do in the space sometimes.
And a prime example, even with this one had 300 editions, and it's going for 35, 40, $50,000. So imagine when I showed you that we showed you the picture a little earlier, those were like one of five. So again, not if based on the artist, if the artist is still doing things and has some other things that are going to be happening down the line, that could even skyrocket even higher than this ever would, because there's a limit. There's only five of those particular prints. So again, do your research, and let me just go real quick to OpenSea real quick so I can try to see what the difference in price is for Ferocious.
And so even to add to some of that while she's looking that up, with the importance of also selling it. Sometimes you want to sell on what is it called, on Nifty, and sometimes you may bring it over to OpenSea, and there's going to be two different price difference for you. But you're going to go over a little more over that in detail and seeing what the price difference may be, and how you may want to receive your currency. And with the Nifty, you may receive it directly to your bank now. It's going to be going straight into fiat. If you withdraw it from Nifty and bring it to OpenSea, it is going to be a different market of money, but you'll also be able to receive that in ETH or wrapped ETH or a different currency if you want to.
So over here on OpenSea, 13.5. So this it's 46,000 over here on OpenSea. That's the price it shows over here, the low of OpenSea. But again, this benefit of owning this particular item gives you 3 mints of the artifacts avatars, 3. So that's the beauty of, again, being involved with this particular artist, and being involved with artifacts who created this. It's a win-win situation for that. So again, it's a hard one for all of us. We sitting there like, do we take the money or do we wait for the artifact people? And we're gonna wait for the artifact people. Because the artifact people gonna give you 3 of them, and if the mint floor comes out at 3 ETH, which is over $3,500 a ETH, that's like 3 things you're gonna get. That's gonna be like close to that price if they stay there. So, but again, that's again, and that's the thing I think, as far as when you're thinking about the NFT space, when you're trying to create a snowball, that's how you start creating a snowball. You may get into one good project, and that project can give you more airdrops for another particular thing. Because by owning this one, and I know Jessica, and we're not talking about Ferocious, but this one, owning this particular NFT also gave you another Ferocious airdrop, which is, if I can find it. Let's see if I can find it real quick. It was another NFT that you got for holding
The
that.
spinning shoe. You may be able to find it if you went also to the Ferocious artifact one that crossed. They'll have extra ones in there.
Down here, this one.
Yes. It should have still had some of the shoes on it.
On the bottom, Yeah, but I didn't see that one on
the spinning one.
I think it might have been at the bottom. Let's see here. But it wouldn't have been that high. So, and I can't pull my stuff up. So we're gonna have to pretend like we're gonna see it, but we're not gonna get to see it. But this is all, again, this is stuff again that people brought from over, that bought on Nifty Gateway, and they brought it over here to OpenSea. So when Jessica was talking to you guys earlier about moving your stuff from your wallets, that this is what people did here. They bought it on Nifty Gateway, then they moved it over to the wallet over here on OpenSea, simply because it might be worth more money over here on OpenSea. It literally could just be that it has more trading volume over here on OpenSea, so people have moved it over here. But I'm not going to find that.
Oh yeah, and to add to that, sometimes it may not even be the trading volume. It's just how they want to receive the currency. And like you said, it can go both ways. So make sure you're checking the activity over there. Because sometimes the market that you're in, where it is the most volume you're going to get, but it's also going to be that option of how you want to receive your currency.
Okay. I don't know if this is the right wallet I have. I was trying to move it off screen, but okay. All right. So here we go there. All right, just you want to talk about this one? Well, I'll look at
WSB. Yeah, currently even some of the floor price on this WSB artist has been going up. They also have been doing announcements of the burn. They released their last announcement saying that on the 12th you will have the burn mechanism. I believe there's going to be an option for one burn if you earn some of the previous artwork that he dropped. If you go down a little bit, it's on the Karma there a little bit. I think yes, that one specifically here. So he's going to have a feature where you're going to be able to burn them to get another Karma bear, but you do not know if it's going to be. I think up to all the way to 3 bears that you can burn. So right now, this edition probably has like 1,200 count in it. If you can click on that one, Tiana, I think it's like a 1,200 count. But once that burn mechanism does come in, it's gonna definitely lower that count on there. So you don't know how many people are gonna try to burn for that. So you don't. If you do have this piece, you don't necessarily have to be the earliest to burn. I'm not
Mhm.
sure if he's gonna give you a certain time, and it's gonna be limited. So you may not be able to. You probably may have to give it some time before you choose to burn if that is something you choose to do. But on the other side of that, you may also be entitled to like having more a lesser count in this specific item versus if you went ahead and burned. If everybody's trying to consider burning,
Yeah.
and you see here currently that last sold for 3,600. The original price was a little under $1,000, and you can just see over time the items that you do hold they'll go up, but they'll go down, but they'll also come up in value.
Mhm.
So currently there are 94 listed on this exchange on the marketplace here. Of course, on OpenSea there'll also be some as well. So you can, if you are thinking about buying one or you want to buy one, you would check both marketplaces. And as you see here, some of the sales and how often the sales or listings are currently having in the marketplace. And always make sure to check that because a lot of people are undercutting their prices and they don't know how to list accordingly. If you do
Yeah.
want to see what the transactions are going for, and a lots of time the artists have their own discords, and they also have bots set in their discords that you can see the current prices all in one spot. And so, besides having to check this place here, but as you can tell, they have been getting some transactions a lot over the
Yeah.
last few days, specifically also because of this event that's going to be happening on the 10th of October. And so just making sure you're paying attention to the artists that are dropping, some of the things they are announcing in their discourse to stay up with them on what they may be coming out with or some additional features that they may be implementing because you own that NFT. And
Yeah.
remember, with that in mind, the NFTs that you do own, a lot of times because it is an NFT, they can build into giving you access to something else. And so, a lot of different artists are rewarding you in different ways with experiences and things like that, or even to music rights. So, make sure when you are buying these, if you can't, have a plan. The
Yeah.
best returns that we've seen are in 6 months, but some you can definitely still double your money in some
Yeah.
of these in a day or a couple of weeks.
Yeah. And I think what you said is important as far as knowing what you're selling and why you're selling it. Because many times you'll see a lot of transactions happening and you'll just go throw yours out there and not understanding again what the value of what you're giving up and just pricing it right. Like I said, and I think again, there's definitely different levels as far as when you're starting with the NFT space. Maybe your start level, and I know a lot of people who started NFT space, their full thing was go in and buy and flip. Just to get the capital going, get the to build up your capital. Then from there, once you've built up your capital from doing some flips, and like I said, I'm not your CPA, so check with your own CPA. But from doing your flips, then at that point, you can take some of your profits and say, okay, when I make profits of, let's say if it's $500 or $1,000, then I'm going to go buy me one long-term NFT. Okay, come back and still use your other funds, keep flipping, build it up again. Maybe you get 500 to another $1,000. And then, especially if you can start getting into some of the NFTs on the drop dates, when you're getting in at the bottom number, that makes a big difference, especially if you're someone also who know about crypto and you can get in on mint on days when something's being minted. I mean, that's pretty much like the lowest price. Most of the time, that's the lowest price that you can normally get in on it. I mean, unless the thing just like really tanks, then you just like you lost anyway. But otherwise, if you can get in on the mint price, you can make some very good money flipping. Literally, you could create a monster flipping.
Yes.
You can. Okay, so again, some of these bears and stuff, some of you guys who bought these back in March, you paid $1,000 for, they're now $3,600. So if you want to capitalize on some of that money, or if you haven't sold some of those, or if you want to hold those and wait for some more people to burn them, like Jessica was saying, then you can definitely do that, and the value of those may continue to increase up.
Yes. Hold on. If you've been waiting this long already, then you might as well wait till the 12th, please. If you can't, you can't. I don't know everybody's, but if you can wait till the 12th, at least wait till the 12th.
Oh, that's good. That's funny. All right, who is this? Trevor Jones. This one's got my internet for some reason it's going slow. Oh, I found those shoes too. Trevor Jones. Let's see if this thing is gonna open up real quick. before we talk about Trevor. I don't know if it's gonna right here. Let me just show this real quick. It's artifacts bonus items. That's what it was called. Da, da, da. Here we go. Okay. I think we've shown this before, but let me just put this back up here real quick. Okay, when we were over here talking about the ferocious thing, as far as getting airdrops for things that these were some of the bonus items that Jessica talked about a little earlier. But even the shoes that you got for airdrops. Did I like lose the doggone thing? My internet is running so sluggish. Maybe it's not just me, but maybe everybody in the world
Yeah, that's
got
true.
the same internet problem. So right here we go. This particular shoe right here. So again, this was an airdrop for owning the space drip. You now have another airdrop that you got for free, which is
Free.
a 40 something $1,000 airdrop. So again, people who bought this 2 months ago bought the drip for $1,050, $1,015, $100. I don't care what 2,000. I don't care what number you bought that. You did the minting and forging on it. You ended up getting this particular item as an airdrop. It's like a no brainer. Find some good artists to get involved with, and it will definitely be very
No
rewarding
brainer.
for you. Would you say, Jessica?
I said it's a no-brainer.
It's a
Even
no
at
brainer.
that, a lot of times you can just sell one item and you good and just keep reinvesting and letting your assets acquire more money and higher in value, and you have everything
Yep.
to keep. You're a holder.
You're a long term hurdle. You become a long term hurdle pretty quick. All right. All right. Let me go back to we were talking about Trevor Jones. If I can find the right tab, because I mean, you know what? As I'm
Yes,
going
Trevor
close some of
Jones.
these bad boys out, we can close that one out. Watch me close Trevor Jones out. Nah, there we go. All right. My internet is sluggish
I guess with the
tonight.
Bitcoin Angel.
Mm-hmm. Go
It's
for it.
this piece we've only paid about $777 for. It does have a lot of different utility that's included with it, but honestly, what had me start looking at Trevor Jones is there was another bull piece that he had really beautiful. It was a moving Picasso piece that he ended up doing. So we found out from Trevor Jones from other pieces that he had did, and then we started investing in him specifically. This Bitcoin Angel is one that we do currently have. He's put some
Mhm.
utility behind that with his castle party. Also with the
Yep.
price, once it does hit a certain price, you'll be it's a drawing for there it is, a McGregor, and also a piece of a one-on-one portrait that you can have painted of if you choose your family, or you can pick a specific thing maybe you want. And so this utility with the castle party that's going to be next year, it was added
Mm-hmm.
after he released this NFT. So we didn't know it was even going to be an opportunity that if we wanted to go and if we can make it, that we do now have the opportunity to go and visit him up in person and actually get a signed edition of this specific piece. So, and that
Mm-hmm.
would be very valuable. So some people are just
Yep.
going to pay for that trip, and
Yep.
I don't know how many. I think it's maybe 1,000, or I'm not sure how many people can actually go. So if you do have this piece, I would definitely look into that.
And you see, out of 4,000 editions, only 402 are on the market. Okay, that's not a lot of editions that are out there right now, simply because people are either holding and waiting, and waiting on that particular thing for the party, or waiting till it gets closer to the party for someone who didn't buy this, who would really like to go, but they're gonna pay to go because the prices of these once it gets close to the castle party will definitely be just like super crazy. That's my
Yeah,
thought.
yeah. Well,
Go ahead,
yeah, and
Jessica.
to add to like she's saying, they also the drawing, each piece you have enters you into a drawing. So a lot of people are waiting for the Bitcoin price to hit 777,777 dollars, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
So they're waiting for that, and if they have 10 of these pieces that they paid for, that entitles them into that one of one collection. So a lot of
Mm-hmm.
people aren't looking to sell, especially a Trevor Jones piece. Um, this is one of the people that you would definitely, if it was a long term play that you can afford to hold on to, you would be wanting to hold on to one of this artist specifically.
Yep, good stuff there. And let's see who else we got. Oh, our guy
Yes,
Micah. Micah's doing some fantastic stuff.
yes, absolutely. Yes.
Like
That's very
and
cool.
we bought this particular some of this artwork when he first started. We started from like when he first dropped the first ones. Well, actually,
The
I don't know if
first
it was the first
edition.
one,
No, it was
the
the
first
first. Oh
edition.
no, yeah, it was this. We started with this edition. I believe he had a piece before that.
Yeah. And the one good thing about Micah is you were able to come on and you if you owned he had a drop, so I think we started buying this was the first one. It wasn't something like this, but we bought all three of them, and then if you owned all three of them, then you got an airdrop for two of the number four pieces, which I thought was like, dog, that's like pretty cool because people who don't own all three who ever want the full set, it gives you that opportunity to sell your second one to an individual. I mean, there's a lot of thing that's going to be coming up as far as how he's going to do this. I think there's some other airdrops are going to happen down the line. I can't remember if it was a token or something that we made.
I mean, you're gonna get a token, and then it's
Something.
gonna be a 10-piece series. So a lot of people maybe own more than one of these, but it's gonna be something that it's gonna have, I believe, 10 parts to it. So if you're a collector and you really love and behind this artist, you generally probably have one of each piece. But that's why we usually say also buy two of everything, so
Hmm.
that if you did have to sell to make
Hmm.
that money back, you still
Hmm.
will have the piece you want to keep. Because it's hard to let them go after a certain
It's
point.
hard.
You'd be like, it's
You
you
be
too much
emotionally
emotion
attached. You be
attached.
like, I can't sell Micah. I can't.
That's
I
right.
can't. I can't sell that one.
That's right.
But again, some of these same art pieces, at the time, some of these sold. This edition again was a $999 edition piece. That now let's see what the doggone price of these are going to be now. Oh wow, I didn't know that.
13,000.
I had not looked, but this is a great day today. So there's only six listings of 570 of these bad boys. Wow, did not know it was that up. Okay, so the last one sold for $13,300. The floor right now looks like it's 18,008. And again, you paid $1,000. Was this the airdrop? This is not the airdrop pieces. No,
No,
this is
that's the
this
third
edition
edition.
number three. This edition
Mhm.
number three. Number four was the airdrop. So people who bought this for $1,000 on August the 1st.
August the 1st.
August, did I say August? August of this of 2020
That's right.
have a art piece that they could literally sell for. Let's say if you couldn't get your 18,000. Let's say if you had to go back down to your 13,000. Okay,
Be like,
what you want me to
I'm
tell you?
sorry. You made $12,000.
I mean, what you want me to tell you?
And see, that one right there shows you it has a high active offer of 9,500. That if you did just want to, it don't make sense if you go take that offer. But if
It
you
don't make
just
no
did want to
sense.
wait, yeah, it don't make no sense. I
No
don't know if
sense.
somebody, please don't affect the floor. We do
Please,
not
yeah,
need.
please don't drop the floor back down to
Yeah.
9,500.
But you could if you wanted to. There is an active offer of 9,500.
9,500. So even these people who bought these, a month ago or 17 days ago, they're already up on these particular pieces. So this person here paid 7,769 17 days ago. He's like doubled his money. I'm not here to tell you that you're gonna double your money by buying this for $18,000. So don't write. You don't have to write me. I'm not telling you that. I'm just telling you what the papers right here, what you can see on the blockchain, because there's nothing hidden on the blockchain. You can literally say, okay, they paid this. You can follow it back on the blockchain. All right, but that is like interesting. Wow. Okay, that's good stuff. That's really really good stuff. Okay, so Micah's continued to do some fantastic on the Aku project, doing some fantastic things on these particular projects. I mean, drops. Dog, where'd it go? Where did I click that? I was trying to see if could see the edition four. Um, did I really change that? Hold on. Let me see if I can see Micah. I was trying to see what the edition number four, what the price of that was going for right now. That's a three, two. Where is it at? I think was it this one? No, that's February. Why am I not seeing it?
Yeah.
See, he's done some good. Micah's done, I mean, some very good work. And actually, let's just look at see what these are going for. These are some of the early pieces that he did. And I think these are like one of one. So that one's sold out. Eternal Dream. Let's see what this one's going for. All right, so this is not even there's zero remaining. So someone bought this some time ago. But again, that's Micah. So again, fantastic artist. If you're looking for another artist to follow, make sure you're following Micah. He's doing very, very, very good work. And like what Jessica was saying, I think even with the movie that's coming up. All right. What else was it, Jessica? Because I know we're trying to move. The Three Loud.
Oh
I talk
yeah,
about
Three
this one.
Blau. Yes, another artist. He has a lot of stuff doing in the background, but another one that you can come in. You can his pieces are. I don't know if they how high they are quite right now, but a lot of them that you come in, you were able to get at 350, $700, and now just continue to watching the artists that are also in the space. They also have a lot of background in the crypto space, and even with the music that they're doing, the work they're doing with platforms, even giving certain rights to the art owners of the art pieces that own some of them. So there's a lot of things that you can see that NFTs are allowing artists to do in specific ways of even creating royalties or money back to the people that invested them and purchased their items. So it's creating a lot of wealth for different people in different
Mhm.
ways, not only from the artist, but the artists generally always want to return that back to the people that invest in them, you, the collector. So knowing that you can buy some of these, like this one here, $99. His last sold for $6,500. You could have came in here, bought these, bought a few. I'm gonna talk about this. I don't even talk about it. Me too.
You're not gonna talk about it.
Cause yeah, cause you sideline yourself because sometimes you're in so much that you'll be like, okay, something's gonna have to maybe pass me by, but and then you realize you shouldn't have sidelined yourself, especially when it was $99. Some you just missed for the day, but when
Yep.
you realize you don't realize a lot of times they're building into the NFT. So this it does look like it's just a piece of art, or just you may not even know understood what it was.
Mm-hmm.
But if you would know who the artist was, the background that they have into the space, what they're building out, you would actually know, like, you should hold on to a lot of different pieces for certain people because the people that have the vision and know how to actually apply the NFTs, especially into the crypto space and how to reward the community, it's really important. So some of these artists are leading the way in the music industry and creating a way for people to be actually, skip the big companies and actually come straight to their consumers and their fan bases and be able to make money even by selling in their NFT. It could be a music song, it can be an art. But Blau is another artist that you can look out for. That, as you can see, you can sometimes pick up those pieces at lower prices. I do not believe he's going to be doing any more open editions. If I'm not too sure. I have to double check into that.
Mm-hmm.
But just paying attention to what artists are already in the space and have already proven that their art is definitely worth it.
Mm-hmm. Good point. Good point. And then this was, I think we talked about this logic a little earlier. That new artist, and I don't know how new, but I know he had a drop back in June, even on here on Nifty. We did meet with him at the only one Force. Um, I think that
Man,
we went to this weekend. I couldn't get my words
I
together.
know. I was like the event.
He was one of the great people that we met up with, and so we'll definitely be looking out for some of his upcoming artwork. I don't know what he has ready to drop, but he was like, just be on the lookout. Something will be coming soon. Couldn't tell us nothing, but I was like, I'll be on the lookout. So again, these are some of the things that as far as some of the editions he's gone and sold on here before. I think there's one that's like $5,000. I've not even invested it in this particular artist, but again, I will definitely be doing some research on this particular artist for myself. Okay, but just wanted to share that with you because again, a lot of new artists and a lot of people who are still making some great moves within the NFT space. But I would just tell you, make sure you're coming on and you're looking at what's happening on this particular site. You go in and start trying to, because just one couple tips as far as people will say many times, hey, how do you go about looking for artists, or what are you looking for in the artist? And I know the answer to the question, but I'm going to ask the question.
Yes.
Um,
Well, no, yeah.
Couple tips.
Especially even like knowing and going and taking your time to go to the artists. They usually have a profile here where you can go to their Instagram. You can see the following that they have. You can see previous work that they've done. Go check out their Twitter, see how active they are. A lot of times they have Discords. Go on their Discord and see what they're talking about. See what they're trying to reward the community with. Also knowing like I said, the previous pieces that the artist has sold, especially on this specific site, they will generally, like she's going over now, show you all the current price and the previous market price that you can get that for. And so it does take a little bit of time to just check their social
No,
media.
it take time. Ain't no little bit of time. It
No,
take time.
well, no, yeah.
Shoot.
No, Well, then, yeah, because you know, usually sometimes go a little deeper than that, even seeing if they have any articles that are being released about them. So it could go in depth, but at least knowing what kind of following and stuff they have. And sometimes the following can mean nothing, and you have
Yeah.
to understand that that's because that artist, their base is not even really in the NFT space. So sometimes you're going to be
Right.
buying these pieces, just understanding that when their community does join it, you're going to have those early editions, those number ones, because they've entered so early. So we do have some artists that have like a million followers. We're not going to mention names, and you know their pieces are just kind of sitting there, but their fan base is
Yeah. Don't
not
mention names.
all in it. Yeah, we're
Don't
not going to
mention
mention
names.
names.
Don't mention names.
So the fan base does have to come into it, but so understand some of these are long term plays because of that, and
Hmm.
it's just important to just do some of your research and know that it could be a hold for you. It could be a 6 month, a year, and don't invest more than you're willing to risk or that you can afford to lose.
Yeah. Very good point. Very good point. Okay, so again, Nifty Gateway is one of the ones as far as going on. There's a lot of stuff that you can come on here and learn as far as the activity. It'll show you things that are currently being moved on this particular site. What things that are listing sales. This is going to be the site the site information. Another site that was very that you should get used to being able to use also is Crypto Art Pulse. This is another one that as far as trying to get some data as far as what's been sold and so forth within the art space. This is a very good site for you to use. We're not going to go into a lot of detail. We'll let you play around with this particular site, but it'll definitely show you live sales. This is can be beneficial. So if you are someone again that's possibly looking to possibly do some flipping, then you could come here and say, okay, you know what, this particular art piece may be moving, and you can either, if you can find something that's cheap enough to where you can go in and flip that, then. But I say it is a little bit riskier, so I'm not going to just tell you just come here and just look at all the live sales and be like, okay, I'm just going to go buy that. I'm not saying that. If you see an artist or something that you really like, then you can go ahead and make that decision and get into that particular buy that particular one. Okay, so that's going to be really, really important. Just looking at some numbers, I was like, "Ooh, okay, did I just see
Oh, and
something?"
then even to add to that, I think we might have passed a little bit on. I'm sorry if I missed the question into burning on the Nifty. Like if you, a lot of time you have to take one of the Nifties that you currently own. Say if I own any this piece here, the artist will tell you that they're going to allow you to take this piece of art that you have in your wallet and go to an additional site and burn it. You'll send it to an address to get another NFT. So you're basically burning this edition, which is lowering the count that is also in circulation for a new NFT. And sometimes that NFT is more valuable, and sometimes the NFT that you burn is actually going to be more valuable because so many people burn that NFT. So burning is a mechanism that it has where it'll allow you to basically decrease your um your inventory of an NFT and
Mhm.
also allow you to get a new NFT depending on how many editions they want you to burn or what the burning requirements are. So
So to clarify what she just said, when you burn it, you like really burn it. It is like really gone.
gone. Yes.
That
It's
particular
gone.
piece that you thought you used to own is now gone. While it's out your wallet, you got your new item will come. So we don't want you to be talking about, well, you told me to burn it. We didn't tell you to burn nothing. So if you really like your one art piece, because you may not know what you're gonna get for burning it, you did have to make a decision on if you're gonna burn it or not. Okay, so that's to cut it down to the chase. If you burn it, it's over. Okay, but again, I think sometimes most of the burn stuff that we've kind of gotten into has been beneficial for us, but it's not a matter of we'd be looking first. We'd be like, we can't be the number one person to burn.
That's right.
You
Yeah,
want the number
that's
one
right.
piece, but you don't want to be the first one to burn. Be like, oh, what did I burn to give up to this
That's
for this?
right. Yes. Oh yeah. Somebody else mentioned about Corey. Corey is a great artist. He has a space strip with Artifact. He also did some stuff with Mike Tyson. I believe he also has some art being sold on iHeartRadio if it's not sold out already currently. But he is a great artist that's currently up in the space and doing a lot of different stuff and working with different people. So that is a shout out. Great shout out to Corey.
Yeah, was it the space strip? Right, wasn't it?
Oh yeah, he has a space trip also. Yes, he has some
Uh,
Mike Tyson stuff and a lot of other additional apps. And a lot of these artists also that are on Nifty, they do have different apps, maybe even with Foundation and stuff like that, where they independently sell their artwork. So you can come find them on different platforms that they may have, and following that artist's Twitter is a good way to find out everywhere they are selling. And as you do see here at the top, Corey is occurring one of the space strips that has been sold. You'll have 10 years. That space strip is entitled to that artist's shoes that is currently coming out and other things that's to be announced. And so you don't know what else is going to entitle you to. You just know you will have 10 years with the artist to grow with the artist. If they give out more shoes that you'll be able to mint with that artist. And the more people he works with, the more he's out there, the more he's known. And so those shoes and things like that that's coming out with these artists on their first drips are very valuable.
And look at Corey. Somebody check this out. Somebody paid 0.49 of ETH, half of ETH, and they got it up for sale for almost 20, so $70,000. So they gonna come up. For those of you who cannot interpret that, they bought this 6 months ago for half of ETH. ETH probably at that time was not even, maybe $1,500. Let's say hypothetically, let's just say if it was $25 or $2,000, they bought it for. It wasn't at that, but they bought it for like $1,000, and now Corey he's looking to sell Corey for $70,000. That's Corey. Okay. Wow. That's big. Okay.
It's like the time to say goodbye. That is so true. Time to say goodbye to JLB. And I'm gonna tell you right now, even people in real estate that start getting into this feel like it messed with their schedule, and they're supposed to be able to make a schedule to what they like. So it is definitely.
Now she's talking about me. She's talking about me.
They don't even sell houses. Ask them the last time they sold a house or wanted to go show somebody a house.
Wait, don't say that because people might be on. I am still a real estate broker. I really am.
I just have license. Yeah.
I make sure I pay my license.
She's supposed to be working with her. Mine's just sitting there.
I'll be like, whoa, that commission check, and I look at this right here, I'll be like, I didn't have to get out my pajamas. I didn't have to do nothing. But $70,000, you'd be like, how many houses I got to sell? You're like, okay, yeah, I can still go sell them. Like I said, I love real estate. I truly do love real estate, and I do still have people who call me like, listen, I need you to buy a house. I need help me buy a house. So I do all that stuff.
Yeah.
But by day, when I'm looking for real estate, I'm looking for Metaverse real estate.
Yeah, virtual land.
The virtual land.
That part, yes.
Them rentals and regular rentals, I got them. I got Airbnb, I got it. But I'm like, this virtual real estate. I'm trying.
Nobody got to call and tell me I got to fix something or they need to do this.
Shoot, that's the part I'm talking about. But okay, but that's good stuff. So just being honest with you, this stuff is really real. We're not here to say, hey, look at what we're doing. We're trying to show you, look at what you can be doing. Learn some of this information. Learn it. I can't tell you, learn it. Put the time in. It's going to take you some time. Jessica and I, we will literally be up just talking like, hey, what about this particular thing? What about this? And I wasn't even feeling bad. I was like, Jessica, I got to go lay down today. I said, but you know what? I'm still in the computer in the bed.
She said, I'm going to take the computer. As quick as she said I didn't feel good, I'm going to go lay down. I'm going to take the computer in the bed with me. I was just like, what? I'm going to take the computer to bed with me? You're not going to get no rest?
I did go to sleep for a little while, but at the same time, I was like, look at this, and we might want to buy this before I go to sleep. But it
really does get you. It's one of those things, especially because you said we used to buy crypto, but now, truthfully, it's really NFTs, and it's just the risk and the reward that you see in these and the assets is totally different. Like I say, with assets, it can build, and the item are holding their money and their value in them, especially depending on who's also invested in them. Because who's invested in them right now are also in the crypto space. The money that they have is different. And so if you can invest in those same things that they're currently investing in, you can be sitting really pretty just because of how much money is in those spaces right now.
Yeah.
And like this tells you, because in the real world, not in the real world, this is the real world, but most people are thinking like, if you see this, it's not real or it's not realistic. No, you really can cash out on this. And there's probably some offers on some of these currently. This is real money. These are real assets. This is not fake. And so if people could really try to start looking at this and realizing the money and the wealth that it can create, it's a lot. It's valuable.
And I do see someone even ask a question in the chat about what can you do for $1,000 to $2,000 less than to get into this. This
This
is literally, we bought some of these things when they were that price. And again, it's going to be as far as going back to Nifty Gate. Maybe it's Nifty Gateway. Maybe it's you going onto Vivi and buying
yeah,
some of the projects in Vivi. Because literally, we've been sharing with you guys about even going on Vivi. Currently, yeah, you can still only use the gems and stuff. But when Vivi moves over and you're able to transition and take those gems out, you're talking about you're buying stuff that's like $6.99, or let's say $7. And sometimes, let's say if it's $50. But that same day, some of those same comic books that you're paying $7 for are instantly worth $3,000, $4,000, even
easy.
$2,000. So that's how you get started. You don't come over here and say, "I'm going to jump in this thing and jump into the $70,000 stuff." That's
That's
like
right.
crazy. You don't ever do that. I'm not the person. I don't even do that. But we started exactly with that kind of money, and so again, that's how you can start going on, and you start building up your capital and saying, "Hey, you know what? I got $500. If you had $1,000, me personally, no, I wouldn't go look for $1,000 nifty picture. Not for one. I would go try to see if I could find a couple of
Hmm.
drawings. I would try to enter all the drawings on Nifty Gateway, whether they're $1 or less than $500, at least, because that gives you at least two opportunities to be right or wrong. But if you go and you're like, well, hey, I'm just going to buy that $1,000 picture art piece for $1,000, you might have to sit on that particular piece for a little while. And so just trying to have more flexibility and diversify your money a little bit, that'll definitely be helpful to you by doing that. But again, there's a lot of NFTs, as far as that you can get into. We've shared quite a few, as far as even in the Facebook group, to say, hey, if you need to use a bank card, here's somewhere to get started. Are there going to be more opportunities moving into the crypto space? Yes, there are. But I also still feel that a lot of these sites are also trying to add in to where you can go in and use your bank cards on their sites, because they're missing a lot of money. They're trying to get the everyday American or
That's
everyday
right.
people to come in and start buying and participate and not have to deal with the crypto aspect. So
Or
I'm
really realize, like she's saying, really realize that they're not even dealing with the crypto aspect. Because a lot of people in crypto, we ain't gonna tell you you missing money, but you missing money. So we're gonna
yeah,
say to be a part of the crypto aspect, but they definitely are trying to build it, like she's saying, to not realize that you're even doing anything that's blockchain or on a actual in a crypto space. So that credit card and debit card for you users that are out there that don't understand the crypto has been really vital, and like different platforms are now building out with that, the OpenSea, the Dappers, the Nifty Gateways. Everybody's trying to have that mainstream adoption come into play.
yeah. So, but that's good stuff. So again, keep everybody. Someone's talking. I'm trying to read. Y'all see me look to the side. I'm really trying to lead. Yeah, Mekaverse. Yeah, I'm gonna try to enter, but it's like $180,000,
Yeah,
180,000
Mekaverse.
people tomorrow that's gonna try to get the raffle. But I'm gonna be one of the 180,000. So we definitely gonna still try to get into that. But it's like, yeah, that's a long shot. But at the same time, if it's something that we can get into, absolutely, absolutely, I think it's a great opportunity. Okay. I always, again, this is my niece's work right here. If you have not gone on, you see a lot of her work as far as, in our, even in our intro videos, girly vibes. We keep saying I will keep
Yeah,
pushing my niece, because I know she's gonna
my
be like,
baby.
yeah, yeah, your baby, my niece though.
That's right.
But continue, like she will have more stuff that's going to be dropping. So by all means, if she still have a few of these pieces that are available, if you'd like to go in. And I understand, try to buy some of these, when the gas fees are down later at night, when the gas fees are down, that way you're not paying a ton of money on gas. But again, she's doing some fantastic work. She taught herself how to do all this 3D stuff. I mean, that's committed.
Yeah,
Okay.
40 cinema. I said, I was looking at that thing like, I don't know what in the world. How
Right.
you get it? Was just teaching yourself all
You're
that, and
teaching
she's still
yourself.
working in the background. Now she knows how to even create traits for her. So she's still doing a lot of stuff in the background to make sure she's ready. If they doing it in the space, I'm making sure she doing it in the space. So
That's right.
definitely,
That's right. We're gonna make sure of that. So
that's right.
again, up and coming, as far as you're trying to get someone that's early, that's moving and doing some things, right here. So make sure you're looking at that particular site. Okay. And we'll drop that also in the chat too. Even on our Facebook page, we'll put that there. Okay. And now just a recap, because we know we ought to respect your time. I know, dog, we've been talking a lot. Okay, we talked about this earlier. Just to recap some of the things we talked about for some of you guys that might have missed earlier. Jessica, you want to go for this one?
Oh
Yeah.
yes, the Metaverse travel agency. So this is going to be another one that if you have avatars or if you're in the Metaverse, all these virtual land places are building out. This one does have a current partnership with Decentraland and the Sandbox. It's going to be a way where you can also show some of your most high valuable assets on the back of their helmet. So it is another Metaverse asset or wearable that you can go into and be able to wear that asset. They did have some scavenger hunts and stuff like that, but currently that white list has been closed. But they do drop tomorrow. So if you are interested in wanting to purchase one of those helmets, so you can be able to display, you see in the back of the helmet is displaying some of the assets. That way, everything is about status. Everybody wants to know what you have. This is going to be one of those wearables in the, and here goes membership also that it may entitle you to. And so this is an early one. I do like the project and love how it looked. We showed the video earlier. You can also find that on YouTube. But the graphics are really nice. Some of them will be a lot more rare. As you can tell, some of them have different stuff on them. So if you do want to get into this drop, it will be tomorrow.
Okay, good stuff. All right, go
Oh,
for it again.
yes. Today, the game did launch a Genius NFT collection on Tezos. Just last, I believe it was Doja Cat that did. It's the same site. They're currently like $25. It does entitle you to the NFT unreleased songs. It also has some stuff from some things that he did in the past. So if you are interested in the game or some of his drops, he does have a current drop that just dropped today at 2 o'clock. That if you do want to go ahead and get that and purchase it, you can go onto that one of site and go ahead and do that today for that drop.
Okay. All right, and then one last thing. Remember on the Penelope, we shared this a little earlier. If you want to go on, Penelope was doing a giveaway for cats. If you have not bought the Penelope caps, a lot of us have invested in this particular project. There is a giveaway that's being offered, so just go to Penelope Country Club. And they have a giveaway, not just this, not the NBA one, but they have two cats. If you own Penelope cats daily, they're going to be given a drawing for two of those. If you own some currently, if you don't own any currently, then they're also you qualify to possibly win one. Okay, so trying to give you some things that you can do for free also, because that move there could be a $900 to $1,000 move if you do win one of those particular cats. Okay, and then the last thing that we'll talk about, so we can get out here, respect your time. NBA Top Shot. Remember to continue to go through. If you have not done their showcase, make sure you do their showcase because that gives you the opportunity to go to this Milwaukee Bucks game. Okay, so that's gonna. We'll talk a little bit more about this on Thursday. But again, thank you all so much. Somebody asked about Luxo. We have looked at Luxo. I have not looked at their platform, but I've definitely looked at their doggone coin. So I'll have to take a look at their platform a little bit more.
Yes.
But again, just remember, if you guys have not continue to follow us on Twitter. We're still trying to build our Twitter following up. Again, we've been posting on there, different things that are going on, different people that we're meeting and networking with while we're at events. So again, we thank you all so much for spending this evening with us. Again, remember, if you have any family or friends that are looking to learn about NFTs, please send them to our whatsnfts.com, whatsnft.com, and that'll take them to what we post daily. And then also on our YouTube channel, in case Facebook goes down again, just remember to come join us on our YouTube channel. We're on YouTube and we're also on Twitch. So that'll be very beneficial just in case. So save those links somewhere in case we have another problem with launching on Facebook. So once again, thank you all so much for hopping on with us this evening. You guys have a great evening and we will see you all on Thursday.
Yes.
Good
Have a
night.
good night.